I can't.
Yo, welcome to another episode of Two Women, Two Opinion. Good morning, everyone. We hope you guys had a great week this week. This is our last episode for the year.
Woo woo.
And it's episode 20, so
yeah.
We've been doing
We don't know if that's a good thing.
Yeah, and if y'all notice by my attire, I'm a little under the weather. So, it's happening. I'm just ready to get lit for New Year's. No shade. Like, what's the plans for New Year's? What we bringing the New Year in doing?
Shoot, just trying to turn up.
Turn up. I already bought my
up.
bottle too. I bought like a gallon of tequila.
A gallon?
Yeah.
A gallon? A whole gallon?
It's all right. I mean, I ain't gonna drink it by myself.
I got 3 bottles of champagne.
Damn, I ain't even getting no champagne.
I gotta get some champagne.
How am I bring a New Year in without champagne?
Yeah. Go make some mimosas.
Some mimosas.
Yeah. I don't like regular champagne.
Man, grow up. It's
Nah.
New Year's. You gotta pop the bottle. You can't just be mixing it with freaking
juice?
orange juice.
Well, no, not regular. No, make some mango ones, some strawberry ones. You know,
so you a
have fun
bartender.
with
You'll
it.
be all right. You'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Anyways, today is, like we said, is our last episode for the year. So we do got some greatness for you guys today. We have a special guest. We have a special performance and a whole bunch of things. It's happening today.
Yeah.
So you want to go ahead and get into these stories and then
let's get into it. So, of course, with the new year coming, right, everybody's rushing to get these New Year resolutions. And I feel like, I don't know, I'm big about you should just have goals year round. Don't do something just because it's a new year. And I don't know why people seem to think like New Year means clean slate. Okay, the same bills you had to pay in December is the same ones you have to pay in January. So for me, you should be living like that all year round. But how do you feel?
So no New Year's resolution for you?
I feel like I got long-term and short-term goals. I won't call them New Year's resolution because I feel like that's added pressure to something like you don't need to add pressure to.
Well, I do have a New Year's resolution, but we've already discussed it. I just said I was going to spend my time in the places that I want to spend it at instead of wasting my time in places that I shouldn't be at.
Absolutely.
So that's like, I think that's just for the new year for me. It's going to be for the whole year, not just for January. And I've never done nothing like lose weight or so. That's never been one of my resolutions because I don't care about my weight for real, honestly. But yeah, so I'm definitely going to be focusing, putting my time in the best places possible to make myself happy, even if it doesn't make money. It makes sense. So I feel like just for a mental state, I need to make sure my time is valued in the places that I want it to be valued at. And that's from January through December and the years to come. So
okay,
throw that out there.
I don't know. I feel like my goals are pretty much the same like they were last year. Get your money up, get your bag up, focus on them kids.
Chasing that bag,
and chase your dreams. That's it. And I'm gonna keep chasing them. I'm gonna blow up. Like my goal this year is to blow up all of the platforms that I'm on to blow up. So
It's happening.
Yes.
Another one of my goals is to be more consistent on TikTok. Because I think it's just it's growing fast. It's growing really, really, really fast. And I want to get in there. I want to be a part of it. And I think it's just a dope crowd. They have negative opinions everywhere that you go, but I just feel like it kind of brings more of the, knowledge out. Like you can teach people on there and not be judged. They look at everything on there. You can dance on there. You can teach and do all different types of stuff on there and still have a great time and make money too, because they have like a creators fund. So after you get so many likes, views and stuff like that, you get in the creators fund and you can make money for putting up content. So I think that's pretty
Marty
dope.
already does it. So yeah, I feel you.
Yeah, y'all know I'm a broadcast. So I ain't broadcast all week. It's crazy because I normally only have like 100 or something people in my room. Low. It's 300 people in my room.
They
right
really
now.
missed you. Like, where you been? Where you been? I would say the same thing. I want to be more consistent. Like, I recently started my YouTube channel, so for me, it's just making sure like all of my content regularly gets up there.
Shout out to that.
Yeah.
What's the
just being
YouTube name?
consistent. It's Taj Wild, because I'm Taj Wild on everything.
You wild as hell. That's what it is. That's
Oh,
all I
but
hear.
the content is wildlife content, so y'all be looking out for the merch. I got merch coming this summer.
Hey.
I got a cocktail recipe book coming out hopefully in the next 3 months.
Check you
So,
out.
yeah.
That's
yeah.
dope.
When I'm at home, I'm working. Like even when I ain't working, I'm working.
Well, my next step is the nanny. For my little cousins, because my big cousin is the RN, so she wants to do traveling nursing. So the kids will be there with me, and that's gonna be like my next. And I love, everybody know how
Marty
much I love
kids.
And I even started like school and everything for them in my house. So it's gonna be pretty dope, and I think I'm gonna have a lot of fun with that because I'm a teacher, I'm a leader, and plus it's gonna be my babies that I know I want them to learn. So it's not like sending them to somewhere else that really don't give a damn about them. And I'm actually gonna be teaching them and try to take them on field trips to museums and stuff like that. So it's gonna be dope.
There you go. So yeah, we got big plans.
Big plans, baby.
Okay, we're gonna be consistent. I mean, we are already consistent when it comes to Two Women Two Opinion, but we're gonna be even more consistent on the content.
Yeah, we got some
we
photo
got some
shoots
home
to
stuff
do.
going on. Yes, we got photo shoots and all kinds of stuff going on.
It's happening.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, let's
What you got
start out
first?
this week. Girl, oh my goodness gracious. So Denver had a shooting rampage. A hotel clerk was wounded in a Denver area shooting. It was a shooting spree actually, and he died on Tuesday, bringing it to 5 people that was killed Monday night on a rampage by a gunman. Right. So, and then the police identified the gunman as 47-year-old Lyndon James McLeod. McLeod. Okay. They did not have a possible motive and provided a few details of why he did it. They said that basically the victims are all dead but one. The hotel clerk wasn't like they knew the shooter that was out there doing crazy stuff. But they never explained how the victim and the shooter actually knew each other. Then they followed up and exchanged gunfire. He followed up and exchanged gunfire with a police officer, and he died when exchanged fire with the police officer. But the police officer is not. She's in critical condition in the hospital. So the Lakewood police spokesman John just declined the name of the officer. But they are a 3-year veteran of the force, and they called the actions of the officer heroic. Let's roll the clip.
Tonight, FBI agents and local police are poring over at least 7 different crime scenes. The deadly gun battle playing out across Denver, spilling into a busy shopping mall.
This is the holiday season. To have this type of spree take place is not normal for our community.
Sources confirming to ABC News the spree started at a tattoo parlor just after 5 p.m. with the intended victim an acquaintance of the shooter, according to law enforcement. He survived, but 2 women inside were killed, including Alicia Cardenas, who leaves behind a 12-year-old daughter.
Like no one you've ever met. Very gregarious, very friendly, but a very determined person. She knew where she was going.
The suspect, sources tell ABC News, is Lyndon James McLeod, and law enforcement was aware he harbored extremist views and had a history of mental episodes. Police say before exchanging gunfire with officers, McLeod killed another man a few blocks away from the tattoo parlor, then fled to the Denver suburb of Lakewood, targeting a shopping mall. Inside, families hiding to stay alive.
We were just in there, my husband and I, and they just, you could hear just the popping outside. And it was like one shot and then maybe 5 or 6 more and a couple more after that.
Police say the suspect escaping to this nearby Hyatt hotel, shooting a clerk and a Lakewood police officer before being shot and killed.
It's a tough day for the Lakewood police family. Obviously, when this happened.
So the gag about this whole story
Damn.
is he used to own the tattoo shop that he went to go shoot in back in 2017. So they said that he did have mental health, passive mental health. He's actually went on a rampage before. What it was with a knife or something like that. It wasn't a gun, but this time he actually just went around killing people.
See,
and
that's
killed 5
crazy
people.
because I lived in Denver at one point, and like you said, like for that community, it's kind of like out of sorts. Most people there are really friendly, be happy. Like my entire my living experience there, I made friends easily. I was chilling.
My friend is from she's from
it
here,
was
but
a
she
nice
lives in
community.
Denver.
I stayed in Parker. It was a really nice community, so I know for them this is like way out of sorts.
Yeah.
But damn, but it's we talk about mental health on this show all the time,
all the
and
time.
how like the people that need it should be getting regular help. And probably for him, like he probably had this moment once before, but didn't have money to cover whatever expenses was, so they just put him back out on the street.
And the fact that he went back to a place that he used to own is just baffling to me, because it's like he went.
So you got to question what was going on
they
there.
said he knew the hotel clerk as well. So he knew the hotel clerk, he knew the police officers, and he used to own that shop, that tattoo shop, back in 2017.
Sheesh. Yeah, I feel bad. Love the community though, and hopefully the
someone said
families.
it's crazy that it's scary because no action was taken after his first episode.
That's what I'm
Facts.
saying. Like he probably really needed the help, and that was the first time like it was brought to everybody's attention. This person really needs help, but he probably couldn't afford it. So people like that kind of like unfortunately slip through the cracks. So we as a community, especially now in Denver, you got to do better as a community. Those people that need that help need to get it immediately. It shouldn't be when and if they can afford it.
And now there's 5 victims.
Yeah. I feel bad for the families.
Yeah, most definitely. And it's crazy because I'm pretty sure if he used to own the tattoo shop, he can. I don't know. I don't want to assume, but I think probably he knew the lady in some kind of way that he killed in there. So, oh man, it's just so sad. Prayers for the families that was affected by this.
Yeah.
That's what actually made it stand out to me, honestly, was that it was in Denver. Because I feel like Denver, crime happened everywhere. I'm not saying that,
but to that extreme.
Yeah,
no.
and then those places where the crime rate is really low, that's how you knew it was.
We also
got to
start talking about gun control too. I mean, this just kind of goes back to. I mean, we don't know how he came in possession of the gun, but it's just the point. Like we really have to crack down on gun laws. I'm not saying that people shouldn't have them. I honestly believe that people should have a psych test before they're allowed to even register for one. You see what I'm saying? Like, forget just the background checks. We need to do more. We need to be extremely thorough. Is this person mentally capable of possessing a weapon? I'm not looking to take nobody guns away. I don't personally believe in them, but I definitely believe that people should have some kind of mental check before owning one.
I kind of it was one point where I didn't like guns. I was like anti-gun, like for real. You couldn't even bring a gun around me, and I would flip shit. Like, don't bring that around me. Like, but now in the world that we live in, I have one for my protection of my home. I wouldn't take it outside and slang it around or do nothing crazy, but it is in my home for protection for my home because that's the kind of world we live in. I actually bought it to shoot zombies. When the zombie apocalypse come, like I wasn't buying it.
She said I'm prepared for the zombies.
Yeah, I bought it to kill zombies. I wasn't really trying to kill regular people.
I'm not playing with her.
Unless you come up in my tent and stand your ground.
I got 2 small kids, so I don't plan on owning a gun anytime soon. I want to get a big ass dog, just big, vicious looking ass dog that's super friendly.
But what if they come with a gun and shoot your dog?
I don't, you know what I'm saying? That's the questions that get posed to me all the time. I'm just not in a place to where I want to own one.
My thing is, I don't judge for people not liking guns because, like I said, I was firm. I'm talking about my brother. Like, don't bring a gun around me, or we will fight. I will fight you for having a gun around me. Like, I won't be a shot, but still. But now, the world that we live in, dog. Like, I'm sorry.
I know.
I just couldn't be. And then, listen, we went to the gun range when I was in New Jersey, child. Listen, I'm a good shot. Let me tell you that now. I'm a good shot. And it was like, I was standing in and I was shooting all the handguns. Why this little shorty came, like, little chick came in there with a bazooka looking gun. I'm like, man, give me the big one. I want to shoot the big one too. She not about to walk up on me with that big ass gun. And I got a handgun. Like, come on, lady.
I'm not gonna play with you.
Even though I know it could do the same damage.
Took your arm off, didn't it?
Nah.
No?
I don't know. I show you. I can show you on Snap when we get off here. I'm talking about my shots was cold. They had to tell Sean, like, look out for her because she dangerous. Because she listened, because he said I listened to everything he told me to do when I was shooting a gun.
All right.
Pop they motherfucker. I'm telling you, I'm about somebody, right? Y'all better keep it on the cool.
I'm not gonna play with you. So my next story is I want to talk about toxicity, right? Because right now we are in the age where it's okay to be toxic. I've had a couple of conversations over the last couple of weeks with some chicks that I know, and they will intentionally do certain things in their relationship to provoke certain reactions. And I'm like, I don't live in that realm. I would rather have a peaceful, happy-go-lucky relationship versus driving my partner insane. So I got a clip for you because, of course, a lot of this stemmed from TikTok.
Y'all asked for more? I got you. I'm going to teach you some more toxic tips. This is tip number 3, and anyone can use this tip. Say you're talking to somebody on a dating app or Instagram, but you don't want them to talk to anybody else. This is what you do. You are going to keep talking to them like you normally do. You're also going to make a fake account, and they are going to interact with them as well. Moving forward from here, you can kind of do what you want. You can make yourself look like the better option compared to the fake account, or you can do this other thing. You can have the fake account set a date up with them, and then have the fake account stand them up. After about 30 minutes of them being stood up, that's when you text them. The real you. See if they're busy, ask them if they want to go grab a bite to eat, or come over. Your choice after that. Stay toxic, my friends. I'm going to teach you some toxic tips.
Who got this kind of time on their hand?
You see what I'm saying? But
so, say you've been
I was talking to my homegirl, and she was like, girl, sometimes like I'll just hit him up and start a fight with him just because I want to see if he really care about me. And I'm like, why? Like, why? Why wouldn't you want your relationship to just be happy-go-lucky? Why wouldn't you just want to? I don't know. I just do that because I just want to test him to see if he truly cares about me. But I'm like, how many times are you going to do that before this man walks off on you? Like, again, stuff like this makes it hard for women like me to date in this world. Right?
Well, okay, let me be honest.
I don't be on that type of time.
I got an honest moment right now. So you've been around me and my wife.
Yes.
We don't argue.
No.
Not at all. It's weird, guys. It's weird that we do not argue. So when we first got together, maybe 4 years in, we've been together almost 8 years now. 4 years in, I would pick an argument with her twice a year just to make sure she was normal. But it would be something so dumb like, I don't know, like, why you do that?
But why?
I don't know.
But why?
But it's like weird not to have no disagreements. Like, what the hell? We just walking around here all happy, joy, and shit.
That's the fit for everybody. Man. That's what everybody should strive for.
But listen though, it was never something to where it was like would break us up or anything. It was always something super stupid. I just wanted to check her temperature and make sure she had it in her.
But how many times? Like, I mean, obviously y'all been together.
Twice a year.
Have you done it since? Like, have you done it?
Yeah, I think I did it the other day.
God. I cannot. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Just live in your relationship. Be happy in your relationship. Just be happy in your relationship.
I'm fucking ecstatic in my relationship.
Why poke the bear?
It's not a bear. It's a teddy bear. And I'm not poking her. I'm just like, are you normal? And it would be, like I said, it would be something stupid like, I don't know, like the simplest thing you could ever think of.
Oh, no. I feel
like she smoked my half a blunt. Like, why you smoke my stuff?
Well, that's not a real argument.
Right, that's what I'm saying. It's not.
No, that shit don't count. That's not a real argument.
But she would turn around like, girl, F you. Like, if Sean pays, if you, like I said, you've been around us. She pays me zero. I mean, zero. What's the number before 0%?
Negative.
Yeah, she don't pay me no attention when I start doing stuff like that. She would literally walk away from me, and I would just sit there and think about my thoughts like, oh, yeah, you was wrong. But that's one thing about me. Like, I wouldn't dare just make her feel a type of way and not apologize. Like, I'm quick to be like, I was
normal
wrong.
stuff, though. I just feel like the accusing somebody of cheating, even though you know they ain't cheating, that's doing too much.
Far,
or that the stuff that he was just talking about, like it make sense. Again, we talk about accountability, integrity. How can you want a functioning relationship?
That's wrong.
Or why even put somebody in a relationship and then torment them? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. And then that kind of stuff can mess with people's mental. Like, I don't know. Do better. I wish that this kind of stuff wasn't existing. Like, that kind of.
Well, I'm definitely not down for that.
Stay toxic, fellas. Like, no, how about we work on not being toxic?
Somebody did that to me,
I can't trust you. Like, even like him making this video, if I was, let's say I was looking for a business partner, I wouldn't mess with him.
No.
Because you're prone to lie. You will set up a whole lie.
Just for something, just for
something
line.
can play. Yeah, just so something can play into your hand. That doesn't make sense. Like,
well, somebody did that to me before.
No.
They hit Sean up and was like, your girl cheating on you or whatever. And I was like, I do this shit. Like, I was good. I'm very good. So Sean was like, what? Like, who is you or whatever. Mm-hmm. And coming to find out, it was actually a girl I used to mess with that was just trying to be on some weird shit. Man, I told Short I will whoop
He talked about
ass.
that in the there was a clip right before that one where he goes, text your ex or text your ex's partner, let them know that they're cheating on them. And even if they're not, it's still the thought now that's in their head. So now anytime that y'all have like a weird disagreement,
I was about to beat Shorty up. Like, for real. I knew where she lived at. I was like, I'm about to come pull up. She was like, I ain't even at home. I don't care. I'm about to beat up your mama then.
For real. Like, yeah, I just, going into 2022, y'all, can we put the toxic bullshit to the side? Can we just all act like adults? Most of us, I know some of us are still in our younger years, but can we all just mature a little bit, have a little integrity, hold yourself accountable for your actions? Don't get in relationships just to torment your person, because 9 times out of 10, they're going to leave you alone because you're crazy.
Not necessarily. Anyways.
They're crazy.
Anyways, so Marty this is crazy. The halftime break. Well, we don't have a halftime break today because we got
we got a halftime break. We still can do our small business shout outs.
Okay, we do the small business shout outs instead of doing the his song, which is we always play today. Yeah, one point at his ass because he's sitting right here. He'll be on the camera in just a few seconds. But we always play his music. Well, 9 times out of 10, either him or who else?
Don Rich, Ever. There's a few people
that we play.
Ivy.
Real sport.
Ivy,
my bad. I call this man by his whole name.
Uh-oh.
Hell, I'm tempted to call him by his name.
Anywho, let's start with the small business shout out. Of course, first and foremost, I don't know how to make this so serious to y'all where it kind of slap y'all in y'all face. Vegas Hype Media Network. Make sure y'all liking, subscribing, following all of the social media platforms. Turn that notification bell on. Yes, turn the notification bell, all that good stuff. And it's just like right there at the bottom of the screen. That's how it's spelled. Vegas Hype Media. Boom, bop, bam. Second up, we have me, Famous Gems. Famous Gems is with a Z, www.famousgems.net. You can go there for your lash, mask, and mar butter needs. Next one, we have Transcend Jury, which is my lovely wife who we've been talking about this whole time. She's watching. Transcend Jury, they have some dope pieces, guys. She actually about to release a new piece. I'm going to just shut up until she tell everybody. But you can go to her website at transcendjury.com.
I need some waist beads. And then, of course, my business, Wild Bartending, for all of your bartending needs, private parties, birthdays, weddings, all that jazz. I got you. Just let me know.
Sex parties?
No, I don't bartend those. I don't.
Okay, next
Marty
up
keep trying to get my clothes off, y'all.
Next up, we have my sister's company, which is Creative Hands and Minds. Shout out to my sister. Her birthday just passed. So happy birthday to you, beautiful. I know you're in Miami right now, turning it up, popping up. Anyways, we're going to take it on to the halftime break. And when we come back, we will have the artist. We're just going to ask him a few questions, and then we'll take it over to the performance. Oh, yeah. I thought...
She could divorce your ass. She could.
I knew it. I knew it was coming.
Domestically, oh no.
Welcome back, mother suckers. Todd, you're gonna introduce your guest?
Yes. So really. So we got a special musical artist in here today, right?
How y'all doing?
Came to hang out with us. It's Masaii, aka AJ, because that's how I know him. I knew him as little AJ.
Masaai
Now he
with
big
a
AJ. He taller than me now, which wasn't the case when I first met the show.
Yo, I was getting
People grow.
Yeah, he definitely grew. Because he was like, me and him used to be the same height, and then out of nowhere, he shot up, and I'm still the same height.
The same height as you?
couple growth spurts.
Yes.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
He used to be able to, like, when I hugged him, his head would be here. It's no longer here anymore.
All right, so what we do? What are we here for? What's your name? Where can we find you at, and what we do?
My name is that's my government. We don't talk about that.
Yeah.
But my name is Masaai. You can find me Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere you can stream music under MASAAI. You find me on Instagram at _the_horse_child. Or there's a couple
Yeah, he
underscores.
gonna try to check me about his at this morning and talk about his Masaii. I know what your name is, but your at is something else.
So, yeah, I mean,
How'd you get started with music?
I have been writing every form of classical poetry since I was 7 years old.
That's dope.
I met Quan in like, what was that, 2014? 2014. I
Get on
was
my damn nerves.
I was
love him though so much.
one of the most genuine people I've ever met, especially
Facts.
in a Uber ride.
Facts. That's facts though. No lies.
You know,
there.
can I get an Uber ride?
No.
'Cause everybody at
met
this
half this
table.
room in an Uber.
Not me though. I need to get an Uber.
You heard him say he's retired.
Right. Do you see the
Look,
beautiful
I just
studio?
turned it
I'll
on.
still give you a ride.
There you go.
Aw,
There
damn.
you go. He gonna
Make
still
her
give
sit
me
in
a
the
ride.
back too.
No, I get to sit in
She
the
tried to
back.
sit up front.
She tried. Of course she
Yep.
did, cause it's Smarty. So tell us more. So you've been writing classic poetry. What else are you doing? What are you working on right now?
Okay, so then I fought for 10 years. I turned pro, retired,
Yes.
and then I started taking music seriously. Somebody was just like, you know what? You got a thing here. You write so much. You should just, just jump in. And like everything, I went in head first. Got it. I reached out to a few people, and they just so happened to, like, before I released anything, dropped anything, I had people that wanted to work, and I had no idea why, and we just stuck to it. And now I have like 5 albums worth of music
There you
just
go.
waiting to be
Wow.
let go. I've had the privilege of sitting down and working with a lot of people, both locally, a couple national acts. I've been able to sit in a room and just soak up game from some A-listers, whether it be by, the meeting was arranged or just happening by happenstance. Like, I got to sit down. He
That's
probably
dope.
he won't remember, but I know Rob will. I got to sit down and talk to J. Cole for like 2 hours.
Wow.
Yeah, and that was like, he's been my favorite rapper since I was 14 years old, and so it's
Me
like,
and you both.
and so it's like to watch his progression and then be able to sit down and see that he.
I'm a Weezy fan.
Are you?
I
I'm a
mean,
Wiz
oh, day
fan.
one.
I feel like
truly.
if you're a hip hop fan, you can't not be a Weezy fan.
Yeah, for sure. But I'm
Understand.
talking about A1 since day one. Like, I ain't ever switched up to no. I like other rappers and shit, but my favorite is always gonna be Weezy, baby. Always.
I'm a Wiz fan.
I have like my fan list, and then I have the list you got to read off when you being real with yourself.
Yeah, for
Like-
sure. Of course.
The Hall of Fame list.
Yeah, like
course.
Andre sits at the top of
I'm
that.
about to say,
at the
yeah,
top of the
Andre
list.
3000.
You
And
know.
some
Mos
people that you
Def,
just gotta give them the roses too because they
Yeah.
are just that great. Like, for sure.
Q-Tip. Yeah, there's
Yeah.
Even with me not liking Jay-Z personally, shut up, because y'all know I don't know him. But I love his music. I just don't like him personally. I don't know why I don't say that.
You don't know
I
him.
just feel like he just got a stank ass attitude because he just that nigga.
he just
like,
look like he got a steak.
what
but
if-
I love his music though, so he's always at the top as far as artistry. For
What
sure.
if you sit down with him
And he's dope.
And yeah, you like,
I'm gonna be
damn.
pissed.
She
Yeah.
hated you my whole life looking at.
Yeah, now you ain't got a reason to hate him. Now you just like, I want to be mad at you and I can't.
I'm gonna have to just remain that way because it's been so long. It's been over 10 years.
So what made the transition from boxing to music?
Music's always been there, and like I'll be a lifelong martial artist. That won't ever change.
Dope.
But music has always been around, and it's like music makes the things I don't like doing easy. I used
I like
to
that.
work at Walmart overnight play my music, get my job done. I hate cleaning the kitchen, hate doing dishes, play my music, get it done. Back in school, homework, you know what I'm saying? Play my music, get it done. And music has always been there. And it's like, I always had a rap book. Never rap. I was never like at school, you know what I'm saying, exchanging bars with people, but I always had a rap book.
Right. Yeah, I did not know this child raps. Like he was always an athlete.
Like, yeah, always. Like I was on the track. Even when I was running track, headphones, music, go. I can run forever.
That's how my brother was. But he's not in music now, but he would actually use it to motivate him when he did sports. He played baseball and all that stuff, so I think that's dope.
I used to get in whole arguments with my coach, every coach I had, because if I had to go do cardio and I couldn't find my headphones, I'm not running today. I mean, I don't know what to tell you.
Oh, child.
I'm not doing it. If I can't find my headphones.
I need those headphones.
Yeah, no,
okay.
I'm not. We skipping cardio today, and that's crucial for any fighter. So it's like.
So what else do you have in the works?
I have accepted my gift, so I am going to drop 3, realistically 4 music projects. I'm gonna take my time with. I have some bigger helping hands, so I'm gonna say that for later. And after that, the gift that I've chosen to acknowledge is that I'm great with helping people. So I'm gonna help artists get their careers up. I'm going to do a lot of marketing for people. I'm help her boost her social media. I'm just going to take a step back and take an executive step forward in advancing other people's careers.
Yeah, it's funny because I literally just said that the other day. Like, I feel like I've always had that weird ability to like talk to people, and random people will just walk up to me and share their entire life.
Me too.
I don't know what it is, right? So I always like you said, I feel like I have the gift to help people or put people in a certain position, and I'm great at marketing, so I want to market people. So yeah, like one of my goals for next year is to just make sure I have my hands and everything when it comes to all of my people, my community.
See, me, I feel like I have a gift of spotting talent. Now, doing the actual marketing and getting them there is like another thing, but I do have a gift of like, I do like talent shows and stuff because like we said, I broadcast, and I would get chills when somebody has a great voice or has
you
lyrics.
Can see the it.
Yeah, like, so I kind of like, I got the gift of God for talent, but like marketing, like that's not my stay low. It's not my stay low, but I mean, I can, I can do anything I put my mind to, for sure.
I just feel like I was given, throughout the course of my life, I was given all the tools that someone else could make use of, and of course I can make use of them. And I have. Right. I just feel like it's easy. You know how you help somebody with their homework and you give them like the greatest shit ever, and then you just kind of turn in something to help yourself pass.
Yeah.
So it's like I thought about it. I tried to deny it for a really long time. It was like, man, why can't I be the guy that's great at sports? Why can't I be the guy that's like I just have the tongue for like absolute business? And what I've come to realize is, not to say that any one gift is better than another, but it's like those kind of in a way are shallow gifts. If you are good at sports, you can be LeBron James, who basketball is his thing.
Right.
But he has taken that. He's opened schools. He's helped so many people. So he's taken his gift and it helped him reach out. But you have most athletes don't maximize that type of potential in their gift. They just kind of play it out.
I agree.
And so the ability to be able to take somebody, to take a kitten and then make them roar like a lion, like I feel like that's a real gift. And I'm learning that it's what I should be doing. I have personal ambitions and I'm gonna get those out of the way, so I scratch the itch. I hate regrets and what ifs. So I'm gonna scratch the itch. I'm gonna get better, release my projects. Taj actually showed up to the first show we put on. It was the third show in Las Vegas since COVID, we actually got a decent house in there. I produced the show from top to bottom.
The venue was dope.
Yeah, and so and I headlined as well. So it was like I'm running around getting all these artists together, and realizing that a lot of people just don't know how to behave in that setting. And if they learned how those things go, their careers would just go through the roof and their expectations would change.
I totally agree. I agree. Because remember when Moolah was here, I told you I was working with the artist. Cam, he was a handful. I'm talking about getting him ready for photo shoots and not being out all night and trying to smoke on the sets. I'm like, dog.
Yeah,
like,
they want the celebrity treatment, but there are certain mysticisms that need to be dispelled.
Facts.
You know, the whole I'm about to bring my whole team in, smoke in the studio situation. That's fine if you can finance it.
Okay.
You know, if you can finance it, that's great. But if not, if you are paying, you know, for your couple little hours and you have no personal ties to the studio, don't come in there smoking somebody's studio out. Don't come in there, you know, trying to bring the whole squad in there, touching on everything.
Man, that's what I was saying. Like, people really don't understand how important it is to carry yourself in a professional setting before you become that big person that you wanna be. You still have to be professional.
Yeah, but that also comes from, you know, lack of knowing. Because, you know, that when it comes to being an artist, you can go to school to be an engineer. You can go to school for an instrument. You can go to school for sections of music, but you cannot go to school to be like a hip hop artist.
Facts.
So there's certain etiquettes and manners and just things you don't really understand unless you go through it or somebody's there. Unless somebody's your uncle and they're walking you through it. And it's like in terms of music business, nobody really understands what those two words or that phrase means. Just like like everybody would love, they would probably love to release their music and be a top 40 artist. The chances of that happening are very, very slim. I won't say impossible, but slim. But also there's so many avenues that people don't understand. Like the idea, everything in life inspired me, right? And then I learned that, you know, you can create music specifically for movies. You can be a great curator of music and create soundtracks for movies.
The commercials, behind commercials,
you
and
know,
stuff like that.
You know, you can get your stuff licensed in TV shows. You can get somebody that I work with, Shanti Major. She just got her music licensed. I can't remember what show it was on HBO, but she just got music dropped there. She got it. So it's a perfect example of how you know, you don't need to look at top 40 to make your money. You know, there's so many, and you don't have to. I hate when people try and talk artists out of being artists. You don't have to stop making music. There are just other places to put your music that is not on the billboard. And as your music and your skill level and your ability grows, as your network grows, which is all important, the placements of your music will change.
Facts.
You keep getting music placed in shows and opening for theme songs or whatever. Then next thing you know, you're on the top 200. Next thing you know, you're on the top 100. You're killing urban radio. You know, you're climbing the R&B charts. There's just so many places to put it, and there's so much knowledge out there that is costing people their time. You know, people are putting so much time in the wrong places.
Absolutely.
What was my New Year's resolution?
Okay, don't waste
Spending
your
my time in the right way.
Yeah.
It's just like with that, like if you do have artists that's coming to open up a setting for you, their time will be spent before the show with preparing themselves to be in that type of setting. And I totally agree. I agree. And that's why that's my New Year's resolution, because I need to learn how to spend my time in the right places too, because I'll spend my time on live for hours.
Write it down. Like, before, you know, the night before you go to sleep, write down what you want to get done that day, and then at the end of the next day, write down how you spent your time, because then that'll give you a realistic idea.
That's actually a great
of
idea.
Execution versus expectation. You know, what I expected to do was X and O, and you might get it done, and you'll find that you have a little bit of spare time, and I promise you, if you get that to-do list done with that spare time, you'll be like, well, damn, I can do this, this, and this now. Versus if you don't get that to-do list done for the sake of procrastination, that list doesn't get completed. And you go back down and you look at how you spent your time that day, you'll be like, shit, I could have got that done. Because now I'm behind with this, this, and this.
Facts.
You know,
I'm gonna try it for 2 months.
I promise you, when you try it and it
Try
works.
for a day. Well, let's start there. One day at a time.
Right, one day at a time, dog.
When you try it and it works, you will never stop doing it. And it doesn't matter if it's in a notebook, if it's in your phone, if you have Siri giving you instructions throughout the day. But I would advise starting in a notebook, because the act of writing it down is gonna start those spinning the wheels of commitment. You know,
I like that. And I use my reminders in my phone a lot too. Like I use those a lot. Like I
came and dropped some productivity knowledge on you. Now you like,
I'm about
how
to be
can
using my
I
notes.
restructure my life right
Man,
now?
A mentor of mine, his name is Skipper Kelp. He owns a gym that I train out of, Fight Capital. Always reminding me all the time. He may tell me 100 times a year, whatever you want to do, write it down. Because when you start writing it down, you start developing physical and attachments to your time. You know, it makes you like, you're always in the back of your head like, damn, I need to get this done. I need to get back to that.
Facts.
And it's real, and it could be leisurely too, because we get caught up, like super productive people. They like being productive, and they don't know. And I'm guilty of this to this day. Don't know how to hit the brakes. and it affects
Or
the
when you do hit the brakes, it's like, I don't want to. Like, I would rather be working, and now you've driven yourself completely insane because you're pacing the floors because you don't have anything to do because now you have free time.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at right now, yeah.
It'll derail you. So to find your balance, even with leisurely time, you say, okay, for this period of time, I'm kicking it. And that doesn't mean it's time for people to enter your life with their to-do list.
Right.
It means, everything is on the back burner. I'm chilling right now. This is scheduled kick it time. And when the kick it time is up, when that alarm clock goes off, it's like, all right, we back to it.
Facts. Speaking of to-do lists, let's talk about New Year's. Let's get in your brain as to what you do for fun. We know what you like to do for work.
Mm-hmm.
So New Year's, what's the plans for New Year's, if you have any?
Watch my son keep killing these fucking swimming classes. He's 3, swimming with 6 and 7-year-olds.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Watch that.
All right.
And just continue to help. I have fun in what I do. I feel like so work gets a little tricky for me sometimes because I enjoy it no matter what it is, no matter whether it is working with a cultivation team or doing music. We're actually getting ready to launch a new company. This will be the first time I'm talking about it publicly. So guys, don't get mad at me. It's called Real. And, in this town, we have a lot of people want to get into the entertainment business. Whether they want to be high-end video girls or their aim is to be an A-list actor. With Real, what we're going to do is we're going to allow them to sign up with us either for one scene or monthly, periodically. So you have multiple scenes throughout the month. And what we're going to do is it's for screenwriters who want to see their scenes acted out. It is for actors who want to get some camera time, and we appeal to stunt actors, people who really want to get.
That's really dope.
People who want to get dramatic, directors who want to help to create.
It's kind of like the
scene.
modeling group that I'm in. Like they invite a bunch of photographers and a bunch of models out, and we all just collaborate.
Dope.
Yeah.
And so what happens is we take that, we publish that reel both to YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. And then we also help the actors and the technicians. We create their IMBD accounts. So we get their bios done. We get their headshots done. We set them up with a reel. So when they go to LA, they can see, they can showcase their skills without having to do the back and forth thing.
That's dope. Like an agency.
That's really dope.
Pretty much.
Yeah, a one-stop shop almost. Yeah.
Well. Just let the people know where they can find you so we can go ahead with this performance.
Yes.
Before we get out of
for
here.
us today.
Oh, yes. This is new. It's fresh out the box. It is called Kunta.
Kunta Kinte.
Yes. Small one.
Yeah.
And you can find me at _Horace_child Instagram.
All
right, guys, we do gotta get him over here to the place to sang. But anyways, while we're here, I just want to say how I want you guys to be very, very careful with the New Year's parties and stuff like that. I know we have the new variant out, the Mariam and
I just Stop calling it Omariam.
I know, I
feel
just
bad. This
Okay.
poor icebox. Looking
And
at
I want to put it out there. I mean, if you guys haven't already seen that the CDC said that Americans only need 5 days to quarantine in isolation before they go back to work after being tested positive for COVID. This means y'all need to start protecting yourself more. Like, I don't know if we just stop washing our hands after we found out about COVID or what, but this stuff is going around like.
Honestly, I mean, I don't know. I work in the industry, so I get like you don't always feel the need to wear that mask, but y'all got to go back to wearing the mask.
Yeah, for real.
Get you a 100-pack. Wear the mask everywhere you go. At
so
least
a lot of parties are being canceled. A lot of flights are being canceled. So stay in the house.
Discussion about another shutdown. Like, Lord,
yeah. They're definitely. I feel like 9 times out of 10 will be another. I hope so. I love my house. I'll be in that.
I hope not. My life is the nightlife, so I be outside. Like I don't have time for there to be another shutdown.
I'm gonna be on live all day, all night.
Yeah, Marty got a plan. If y'all shut down, we're gonna have other problems. But yeah, let's go ahead and kick it over to Masaii, aka AJ,
aka
with his song Kunta.
Kinte.
And this is our first live performance, y'all. So
yes, so this is our
Happy
first
New Year.
Yes, we're ending the year right.
May the trials of the day bring the fruits of tomorrow. May all the victories outweigh the sorrow. And when you asked them strength and they heard your call,
your sins in the
Don't
church.
abuse what the ancestors let you borrow.
You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit.
We let passive-aggressive nature influence a generation of successful refugees. That's binomial nomenclature with no applause for any thought from life they ever sold or bought. They clap their hands with every chance from Charles de Gaulle way out to France.
Uh-oh.
Are we still live? I hope you're not live.
This a live show. You messed up. You just gotta go.
You don't make up for your sins in the church. You do it in the streets. You do it at home. The rest is bullshit.
We let passive-aggressive nature influence a generation of successful refugees. That's binomial nomenclature with no applause for any thought from any life they sold or bought. We clap their hands with every dance from Charles de Gaulle way out to France. This shit right here is for the family. We may do what we got handed, and they still found a way to monetize what niggas barely manage. They'll copyright the color of your skin, you let them have it. They turn poverty to profit and still leave your ass abandoned. Indian gave them seeds when they realized the seeds they planted. If he shoot one, he's a menace to society. That boy shot up a whole church, he just had some mental challenges. The only mental challenges we had was being talented at taking scraps and making gold, just ain't know how to balance it. Hey, what your name is? What your name is, nigga? Hey, what your name is? What your name is, nigga? Hey, what your name is? What your name is, nigga? Is you currently depressed or permanently under stress? That's what they asked him. What your name is? Is you currently under stress or permanently depressed? Is dollar bills of therapy the root of all of your success? Realistically, probably not, but that shit gon' help out a lot. They got these youngin' toting glizzies. Teach them something about a stock. The KKK illegal now, so ain't the violence supposed to stop, but the bills are still overdue, so they on the turf with that rock. They hit you with that stick and rob your body where it dropped and run that pick six to the crib and do they dance like ain't shit wrong. They shooting kids, shooting mamas, shoot the dice on coming home. I done seen this shit so many times on y'all's getting old. The ones who set that shit up is just flesh without a soul. Every nigga want a ball. I just take mine and go home. Are we cutting? Are we still going? Are we still live?
That was dope.
Yeah,
we appreciate you. It was audio issues, but that was dope.
Yeah, we had a few
Even
audio
the
issues,
freestyle
but y'all know
at the end with no music, that was still dope.
Yeah, it was him spitting a cappella for me.
I heard live, so I couldn't stop.
Oh yeah, we live. So our show is always live. So y'all know if anything happened with our audio or anything, we still gonna keep it pushing. We don't play. Oh yeah, blame Quan. Y'all know who to blame around here.
I owed that to Quan. I owed that to Quan when I heard the music stop because the last freestyle I spit for him was trash, and I admit it.
Oh, there you go.
He caught me off guard.
No music.
He came in and he came in. He was like, just drop one, and I was like, I got a fight coming up. I ain't been thinking about nothing rap related. And he was like, just go, and it was terrible. So.
Yeah, we're not gonna do that again, okay? Anyways, we want to thank you guys so much for tapping into another episode today. Make sure, like we said, please go to Vegas Hype Media Network and like, subscribe, follow, all that good stuff. We'll see y'all next year.
Next year. Woo, woo. It's at Taj Wild and at famousgemz.